thing. I bought a pair of cowboy boots, cowboy work boots.
Like with spurs?
You fucking doing that to me? Not with spurs, like
We said cowboy boots.
oh
With
yeah.
leather graphics on the big, long, tall sides?
I'll send you a pic, dude.
That's what I think
I'll
of when I think cowboy boots.
Yeah, they're shit kickers for real, dude. I legit can kick some shit. So
Are you
I've been
actually
doing some.
sending me a picture right now?
Yeah, I'm sending you a picture on your phone. They're beauteous, dude. They're glorious. So I was looking at them, Dave, because the stitching. I look up my model of my boot online,
Okay.
and the picture that's online isn't the. It's the same exact boot that I looked at, but it has different stitching. So I'm like, okay, something's going on here. I sent it to you
Okay.
on your cell
Oh,
phone.
yeah.
So I was looking into it, and apparently, like the stitching on the same boots is different. They have limited batches and drops, and it's basically like Jordans to some degree. How Jordans
Oh,
have like certain styles and colors and match. So I didn't really know that. I didn't buy the boots because
these are honestly, these are kind of cool. I didn't.
Well, let me see.
Here, I'll put them up on the screen.
Yeah.
the dogs.
This joke will never get old to me. I told Grok to draw Ryan being bit by a dog wearing cowboy boots, and AI decided to put the cowboy boots on his hands.
Why? What is this? And why did it give him golden retrievers? They're the least aggressive dogs.
The one looks pretty vicious. It's real close to his hand boot.
What?
The joke will never get old to me. I don't care. Ryan, I
I'm gonna
will
sue that
forever.
person. Be a millionaire off a dog like Dave. I'm gonna laugh to the fucking bank.
Okay, so in all seriousness, you bought cowboy boots. Hold on, let me look at the actual cowboy boots.
Yeah, pull up the actual boots because the model I seen online, I was like, oh, those are kind of dope, dude. Like, so I bought them because they're electrical rated. They're fucking.
They're electrical rated.
Yeah, they're EH. It means they're not made with metal, David, because metal conducts.
Are most boots made with metal?
What the fuck is? What do you think a steel toe is, David?
You can get a non-steel toe boot. I would imagine most cowboy boots don't have steel toes, actually.
They mix composite, steel toe, and soft toe boot.
Well, they do have safety toes as well, which are plastic, Ryan.
These are composite. They're like it's probably like a carbon fiber. I don't think it's a plastic show. Needless to say, they were kind of pricey because those are like the elite boot, David. So it started with first guy I ever learned electricity with actually was from Kentucky, and he talked like this and everything. He said wire, and my dad was a master electrician. He told me everything he knew. Wire. So I even say wire.
Wires together.
Wire and fire. So, but he always wore bibs. It was I worked with him through the winter, so he wore bibs and cowboy boots. And I was like, I used to make fun of him and roast him. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, slide them right on in the morning. I ain't got to tie shit. I'm gonna take a shit, slide them right off, walk in the bathroom. I'm like, dude, you know. So years go by, right? That was 4 years ago. I became a Sparky, and being a solar guy, I show up on a solar farm one day, and there's like 3 or 4 people wearing fucking shit kicker cowboy boots. I'm like, what are y'all doing? They're like, oh, dude, like the farms, these solar farms, they're all rutted and they're all rainy, and it's just such drastic of temperatures and digging holes and trenches. And so, yeah, I had to buy boots. I've been putting it off for a while, basically. And, you know, those cowboy boots, they're waterproof. They're basically like a hybrid between a really nice muck boot and a really nice work boot. And they have that BOA system, which I didn't really understand at first, but it's in snowboarding fucking things. The thing on the back, you click it.
Yeah.
It's like a band. It kind of tightens around like your
ankle.
like where your ankle is. Kind of cool. I snowboarded once or twice, but to have them on work boots, I'm like, eh. But yeah, dude, overall, my first day of working in them today, my feet didn't hurt. My fucking boots were so bad, I wore a hole in the bottom of them. You know how it is when you're fucking grinding out, Dave. You put off them boots because boots are like $300. You know, if you really want,
they are if you buy good boots. Eve can attest that I'd usually go about 6 months on a pair of Walmart
yeah
boots /
and those are
work
6
shoes.
months too many. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd go 6 months on those, and they weren't even comfortable in their prime, let alone after 6 months. But she bought me a pair of cat work shoes, which are steel toe. Those,
They're still holding on.
yeah, they're due for sure, but they lasted way longer than anything I've worn before.
Yeah,
I
these boots
rip
are
those shoes.
they're resolable.
Oh, that's cool. You got to take them to like a shoemaker.
You would send them. Those are area boots, so I would call contact area. They would either hook me up with a local shoemaker, or I would ship it out to them. I bought it at a local place called the Blue Collar Workman Store. It's a family-owned workshop.
I don't know why he's
That's
laughing at that.
I just love that name.
Why?
yeah.
I love
Dave, to your point, they actually have safety toe shoes there that are like
Mhm.
those really nice executive shoes that are steel toe, like Volcom,
Yeah.
like black Reeboks that are fucking steel toe and
So
slip resistant.
for
Like,
what I do, I like a shoe more than a boot.
yeah, they have those there.
Personally,
I would,
yeah.
yeah, man, they're dope. So yeah, I took the kid, I got the boots, dude. But yeah, it was just I asked ChatGPT, I was like, why the fuck are the pictures different? You know, because I took a picture of my boot and I was backing it up on ChatGPT about like how to take care of the boots and stuff. Like I want them to last. But they always talk about like mink wax is you can put on your new leather boots. You got to break them in. Cowboy boots are a little bit different too. They got to fit to your foot different. So yeah, David, I'm a fucking solar farmer, so I'm dressing the part. I wear a bucket hat. I got my cowboy shit kickers on. I'm gonna have bibs on, tool belt. It's over, dude. That's it.
I will say
But
staying
seriously,
warm and dry is going to be nice though during the shit months. I
yeah,
don't
oh yeah.
know. I mean, naturally, they have to be serviced in the winter. I would imagine, right? I'd imagine you have to go out there in the winter just like you do in the summer. So
We install panels year round. We will melt the snow off your roof and install solar panels. Literally. So, but
that
yeah,
makes sense. I would imagine. Why cut
why
yourself out
stop
6
making
months of the
money?
year? Yeah.
Yeah, why stop making money? But more than anything, for anybody like in the thing for boots, this is my first pair of cowboys. Like, I actually want to buy like a nice pair of casual boots and wear them like just not wear sneakers, dude. They're so fucking comfortable. No tying. And that boa thing is like an extra lace in your boot to like just get you that little, like really lock you in. We had to do a bunch of shit. I was in an attic today. I had to pound some shit with my heel. And that boot gives me like 2 inches too, so I'm a little taller. But it really is like that's like the first time I wore boots. I felt like I had clubs on my fucking feet, dude. Like if I'm kicking you, I'm jacking you up. Like they're like kind of heavy. And yeah, they're so nice, dude. I might just get regular cowboys and get rid of fucking shoes altogether. So your boy's fucking 2 seasons away from living in the middle of nowhere, never be seen again.
You're a step closer to land and chickens, Ryan.
I am. Look at me. I am the chicken.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably won't. I mean, I don't know. I've just been a shoe guy my whole life, Ryan.
Dude, corn and cowboys, dude. Let's go.
I don't think I would.
Corny toes, dude.
Don't think I would. Ryan, on the show today, other than talking about cowboy boots, Daryl Cooper was on Tucker Carlson for a 3-hour-long podcast. It's definitely worth listening to. But with that said, we have 2 clips from that specifically. One of Epstein running away to Israel before he was sentenced, and another one about the early goings of Epstein, which is stuff I didn't know. And it's
So they're saying Epstein's alive, David?
no, this was before. This is
Oh, gotcha.
years and years ago.
Gotcha.
Before he was sentenced the first time, before he got that nice, beautiful plea deal that was out of the guy's hands because he belongs to intelligence. The other thing was his early career, which I kind of knew some of it, but like some of the stuff that was either left out or I forgot, and I don't think I would have forgot this. Some of the stuff that was left out seems coincidental. Tulsi Gabbard, if some might be familiar, she was the one who said Iran was not making nukes and then said Iran was making nukes. She has some interesting reporting on what she referred to as an Obama-led coup against the Trump administration in the first term. Remember, this is the thing that woke Tucker Carlson up, so this is interesting. I don't This is like days old at this point, but we never talked about it, so we might as well talk about the stupid couple at the Coldplay concert, I guess. It's so
What?
dumb. It's so dumb. Wait, you don't even know about it.
Yeah, fucking full send. What are we doing? Talk about it.
Holy fuck. Okay, hold on. We'll get into that too. And
It's the greatest podcast ever.
Ryan, we played the clip a couple days ago from O'Keefe Media.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it's Johnson and Johnson guy. He's got another one about someone in a baby powder cover up, which is just awesome. I just love that these dudes, it's hilarious. These dudes in these high level, high ranking positions who are just total dorks. You just put like a moderately average looking girl in front of them and they will tell you deep dark secrets about the company that they shouldn't be telling people. It's hilarious to me. It's my favorite thing. I almost think it's fake because it's like, who would actually just give up all this information on a date?
And then you remember all the stupid shit you said for a little cootie, David.
Ryan, what do you want to start what do you want to start the show with here today, Ryan?
I never lied. Well, there was that one time. I want to talk about the Blake Lively concert or whatever. This is interesting to me.
Blake Lively. How did you get Blake Lively out of any of this?
Is that the girl that fucking sexually assaulted somebody and then sent her a cease and desist award or whatever?
Coldplay, Ryan.
It was a Coldplay concert. Blake Lively is like Taylor Swift's friend, isn't it? Am I wrong about this? Don't they always hang out in the Kansas City Chiefs like fucking boxes?
First of all, if Josh Allen got married to Haley Steinfeld.
That's right. Steinfeld.
Yo, that
no,
boy.
It's not Seinfeld. I know that.
That boy went from nobody wanting him to everybody wanting him to dating a billionaire movie star.
You know what I like about her? And
she's hot.
No, she just shuts up and like she just is off in the corner somewhere. She's quiet. She doesn't want, which is kind of it's probably counter natured to somebody who's in the industry like that. But like she just doesn't seem like she wants to be bothered. Not in like a rude way, but like she doesn't want to be.
Well, doesn't she come from an actor? Her dad's an actor.
I don't know shit about her, honestly.
I thought she came
I just
from
know
acting.
I just know the difference between when Taylor Swift, and granted she's a way bigger star, I get it. But I know the difference of when Taylor Swift is at a Chiefs game and like you might miss 2 quarters of the game because they're just constantly flashing to the box. Whereas I think one time for maybe like 10 seconds. Maybe one time for 10 seconds during a Bills game did they flash Haley Allen? She better go by Haley Allen. Ryan.
Movie stars don't change their name, David. They have an ego wrapped up in it.
Well, fuck your ego. Don't get married then. Here is you didn't pick though. You said Blake Lively. It's not
fuck. I didn't pick Coldplay.
Hold on. Well, yeah.
Me. You don't tell me. You don't. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just start
you
from the
don't
beginning because I didn't know this was going to be like a you didn't know anything thing. So,
Dave, what do you mean? I get all of my information from the show. Like I don't know.
I know it. Well, now I got to find, and I'm going to read the apology too because it's hilarious. Doesn't have a hold on. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't think we were going to have to play the.
I will wait for you. Coldplay's okay. So I feel like it's like drug overdose rock, though. You know.
I personally, I don't need to hear them. Here is the backstory to this. Okay, Coldplay is having a concert. They put up like, I don't know, want to call it like a kiss cam or some shit. And they catch, weirdly enough, what are the odds, man? They catch like a CEO of a major company having an affair with like somebody else at the company on screen. And they weren't good at playing it off, at least because it's pretty obvious they were caught doing things they weren't supposed to do. I didn't know that was going to be this kind of video. I can see if I can find the original. I wasn't ready for this, Ryan. I just assumed everybody saw this video. Dude, I just want the original video. This is painful. Ryan, this is like literally everywhere. I can't believe you didn't see this.
Yo, Epstein has taken over the internet. Look at this. You can't even get a video without. Oh, there it is.
Dude, this is great. Dude, I literally can't find the original video because it's taken over the world.
Okay, so a CEO executive got caught cheating on his wife or something.
Sure, which in hindsight, I don't know why people are surprised by this. Coldplay concert original. I feel like I owe it to you to show you the original now, because you don't get information from other people other than me, which I appreciate, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, why would I believe in the product? The greatest podcast in human history. Why would I listen to anything else for information?
Fucking painful. Is this the whole thing? Holy shit, that was fucking way harder to find than it should have been.
Oh, David, you know, AI's got to bury it for us. It knows I'm
This
looking
is
for information.
stupid. This video was everywhere 30 seconds ago. Now it's everyone's version of the video.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right. Come on. You're okay?
The guy just ducks down.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
The girl on the left is hilarious to me because she clearly knew what was going on.
I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right. Come on.
So he didn't do a great job, honestly. With that said,
So that narration of or he must be having an affair. That's Cole. That was the singer of Coldplay.
that was Coldplay. Yeah, that was.
Oh,
yeah.
that's fucking epic. I like them way more now.
Well,
I would trust a rock star on
made it.
noticing an affair as well. Just so you guys, in full disclosure, if anybody's having a fucking affair, it's rock stars. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like their thing.
But they made it so obvious. It was like, it's crazy. So that was the video that went viral. Everyone saw that. The CEO of the company, the guy in the video who got caught, put out an apology, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's hilarious. I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused.
So this is the CEO that got caught. Okay.
Yeah. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy and affairs turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. Like he accidentally traveled to a Coldplay concert with her. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect, to take accountability, which he completely avoids, and to figure out next steps, personally and professionally. I ask for privacy as I navigate that process. I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle.
So he threw shade at the artist for him fucking around on his wife.
How dare you spotlight me having an affair, you piece of shit.
What was this terminology? I love this. I can't wait to use this. A deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage.
Well, some of my favorite comments about this, though, I think one of the best ones I saw, it was something along the lines of his wife must have been so disappointed to find out he was gay. There was another one that's like, yeah, if he was going to a Coldplay concert, I'd rather he'd take his mistress too. Holy fuck. Yeah, the apology for me makes it, but now I almost want to know like what the hell Astronomer is, because I don't even know what this company is. But apparently the girl in the video is somebody else that's high up in the company. And I feel like
an affair with a coworker.
The best place to run Apache Airflow. I don't know what the fuck that even means. No, I know. I want to know what the company is, though.
So, is there any good conspiracies tied to this?
No, that's what. See, let's find one though, because that's what we do. Apparently, she was the HR chief of the company. That's kind of funny.
Oh, dude, could you imagine that on your resume? What kind of human resource experience you got? Well, I got my last founder fired for
what is
resourcefully being a human for him.
It's It's a software company specializing in data orchestration, particularly around Apache Airflow.
What's
They offer a
Apache?
platform called Astro, which helps data teams build, run, and observe data pipelines. The company is known for expertise in data ops, AI, and ML ops. It provides a unified framework for Airflow, streamlining data workflow and enabling rapid testing and deployment.
Look up the stock value of the company. I mean, if anything, in a dip, we should probably buy the dip because this company might be on the rise. You know, who knows?
It's a privately held company. It was last valued at $740 million.
God damn.
Deeper dive in AI mode. Yeah, I don't. That's very strange. Yeah, the apology is it's something. Sorry. I'm gonna strangle Eve's dog.
He just chews on his foot now. That's his life.
Just kill him.
I guess when you get old.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No.
Coldplay concert at Gillette Stadium in Boston. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything super interesting here, to be honest with you, but I did find humor in the apology. I just like what should have been a private moment became public. Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were trying to hide an affair from your wife. Maybe I'll be a little more thoughtful
Maybe that's
when I
all.
do kiss cams at my con.
Now I see the Epstein link because maybe that's all people were insinuating is that all of Epstein's islands were just private moments that became public.
They probably were, yeah. It's a really unfortunate. Actually, I'm actually now on team keep the files a secret because I wouldn't want private moments to become public for everybody. I think that would be very embarrassing, especially without their consent. Just like 15-year-olds can't consent.
What was the thing? What was the goalpost that we came up with the other day about age? About trying to fuck our kids? I don't remember. They were age of voting. That's right. What's
Oh
up
yeah.
with Epstein and Israel?
Oh, we can play that clip. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. We're right here.
I think let's do the other one first because it's earlier in the history, right? So let's just do it chronologically, right?
Chronologically, dude.
That's right. Yeah.
Chronologically.
Yeah. That's when you use Dr. Dre to put it in order.
Or I just do something chronically and I do it logically.
I'm both chronically and logically.
Yo,
I'm chronically logical.
Yo,
honestly.
what an entendre. Chronic, logically. Yo, Dre. Chronic logicalizes.
Daryl Cooper talking about the early years of Epstein. Things I did know. I knew he was a college dropout, and I knew somehow miraculously he got a job as a teacher.
It checks out. Checks out.
Yeah,
it definitely checks.
but the things I didn't know are the more surprising coincidences.
I'd really just like to learn about Jeffrey Epstein. So with that, who was Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, Jeffrey Epstein just started out as a normal guy, born in Coney Island, in the 1950s. First record we really have of him when he appears for us is in 1974 when he's hired to teach mathematics at the Dalton School, which is an elite private school in New York City. Now, I'm not familiar with the New York City K through 12 education system, but I'm told it's a very elite place that
it is
can have their pick of mathematics teachers from all over the world if they want it.
But
and
surely
so they hire a guy who's 20 years old who dropped out of college after 2 years at Cooper Union with no teaching experience to teach math at this school. Basically
at the age of 20?
At the age of 20, basically on the strength of a meeting with the headmaster of the school at the time, a guy by the name of Donald Barr.
Who was Donald Barr?
Yeah, so that name might sound familiar. Donald Barr is a very...
This is the part that I wish I had heard before.
interesting character, not least because his son, Bill Barr, was the attorney general who had Jeffrey Epstein arrested and oversaw his death in the federal jail that he was in.
Can I just ask you? I already said I wouldn't
You're
interject.
fucking kidding me. You fucking kidding me? That's real.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised, David. Obviously, I'm a conspiracy theorist through and through. It all is just conspiracy.
It surely is coincidental, Ryan.
Surely.
That Epstein's first boss at a high-ranking private school that he had no business being qualified to teach at. Surely coincidental that man's child was the one who put him in jail, oversaw, his suicide, of course, Ryan, at the jail that he was in. It gets better than that. I mean, this clip's relatively long, but we can go as long as you want it to, Ryan.
No, it's just. How's it not a conflict of interest? Just like, go ahead. God almighty.
What are the actual odds of that? The Attorney General of the United States, who arrested Jeffrey Epstein, oversaw his death, declared his death a suicide before the investigation ended, is the son of the guy who hired Jeffrey Epstein at age 20 with no teaching experience or college degree to teach at one of the most prestigious schools in Manhattan. What are if you're like, hey, Grok, what are the odds? What do you think the odds are?
Well, whatever the odds are, let's add a few more zeros to that.
Okay.
So Donald Barr was also somebody he used to work for the OSS, which was the precursor to the CIA back during World War II. So he has that connection. Excuse me. Donald Barr also dabbled.
Yep.
Donald Barr was in the proto CIA.
Yep.
And his son was the Attorney General of the Trump administration.
Yep.
During the suicide of the guy that his dad employed.
That's right.
And Barr's dad was a proto CIA intelligence officer.
Yes.
So a super spy.
Super spy. That's actually what the SS means in OSS.
Super spy organization.
Original super spies.
Oh, the G silent. The
That's
G
not,
silent like
lasagna.
lasagna.
I actually have no idea what OSS stands
Original.
for. But yes.
The original super spies, dude, is fucking funny.
All super non-coincidental. Yeah.
Just super Veep, guys. Just not 4D chess or nothing. Just ran by former intelligence agents, David.
He killed himself, and this is all coincidental.
Not done by the CIA.
And we're not done, actually.
In science fiction writing in his spare time. One of the books that he wrote is called Space Relations, and he wrote it right around this time that he hired Jeffrey Epstein. And I've read the book, and you can go read about it on Wikipedia. It's close enough to basically what the plot is if you want to get the idea of it. The long and short is...
But you read the book.
Oh, yeah, I have a copy. I make sure I get a copy of things like that. I've got a copy of, I went out and made sure I got a copy of the Architectural Digest and Washington Life magazines that profiled Tony Podesta's house and art collection, just in case
it disappeared.
It disappears.
Yeah.
And so, I got a copy.
Oh, is he a Pizzagator?
It's not a good book. It's a pulpy kind of L. Ron Hubbard style science fiction book, sort of. But the basic plot of it involves the main character who is kidnapped and sold into slavery on this alien planet that's ruled by 7 oligarchs who just have been corrupted by their power and their wealth to the point where they're basically insane, and they spend most of their time breeding young slaves and kidnapping children from around the universe to bring them home and use them as sex slaves. And the main character, he gets assigned or given to the one female oligarch on the planet. And at first, he's sort of one of her slaves and victims, but then she takes a liking to him and he joins her and participates in what's going on. And there are scenes in there right near the beginning. There's a scene of these grotesque aliens that kidnap the guy. That they make one of them makes the prisoners watch while he rapes a 15-year-old virginal redhead. And so these are the books that Donald Barr, former OSS agent, father of Bill Barr, the Attorney General who had Jeffrey Epstein arrested and oversaw his death. These are the kind of books that he was writing at the time that he hired the most notorious pedophile in American history.
What the fuck?
Dude, this
What
shit
the
is
actual
never. I will talk about this guy every day of my life.
What the actual fuck?
It went from the guy who just killed himself in his sleep to his dad knew him, oversaw him, put him in place, and wrote rape novels about aliens. You know? Talk about character arcs, dude.
Shit's pretty crazy. You think it's done, though. Like, you can't get crazier. It can't
Clearly,
get crazier.
David, at this level of Veep, David, there must be no higher Veeps than this Veep, David.
It can't
Veep
be
has to have a
crazier.
ceiling, David. It's not like it's fucking House of Cards. Dude, I can't fucking buy a $200 pair of boots without my bank transaction going like, boop, there's suspicious activity on your credit card. I'm like, no, dude, I bought some shit. Go ahead. You should beat the shit out of these people, dude. Why am I going to work? How's my mortgage real?
To be fair, Ron.
How's my mortgage real?
Before we go further, I should at least tell everyone, and yourself included, that the man on the screen right now, his name is Daryl Cooper, and he's like an independent documentarian / he doesn't claim to be a journalist, but kind of is a journalist, like better than most journalists, even though he doesn't think he's a journalist. One of those kind of people. But he is constantly referred to by neocons as a Nazi, so he's naturally not a good person, Ryan, because he's obviously a Nazi.
The Nazis are calling somebody a Nazi?
He should be, well, the neocons, Ryan. They're opposite of Nazis. They're anti-Nazis. But this guy is a Nazi. Just that's what they say. So just so everyone knows,
they're anti-Nazis, but they just run in proto-super spy organizations and deal with like the cult level styles of writing and imagination. And on top of it, they get their sons into power to oversee pedophiles that don't kill themselves before there's even a medical examination.
Yeah, so those people think he's a Nazi. So just know where the information is coming from. I'm just saying.
This is political Stockholm syndrome. Like, it's actual. This is actual. They're running a fucking psyop on the American people. This is a fucking military brainwashing operation. There's no fucking way. There's no way. God, what else could it be? This is crazy. People's grandparents know who Jeffrey Epstein is. This isn't just like...
Nobody cares about this story, Ryan. We should.
Dude, this is nuts. This is nuts. It was bad enough that he had Fuck Island.
The only one, of course.
Yeah, the only Fuck Island. Yeah, the guy that ran it just, I don't know, knew fucking super spies. Dude, I didn't know anything at 20. I didn't know anything.
You weren't teaching math at a highly privatized, high-level
Manhattan
high school?
No. How the fuck do I know a spy at 20, David? How the fuck am I going to bump into a spy at 20?
If they're really good spies, you don't know you bumped into them.
How old was the guy? Why is a spy working at a fucking school? Does that not bring a...
He was a former spy, right?
A former spy that writes porn about raping redheads. Was there a fucking redhead at the school that the guy taught at?
It's an artistic representation.
Artistic representation, yeah. Just like the Bill Clinton fucking...
Do you want to hear it get worse?
Yeah, I just would love to find the ceiling to Veep, which is House of Cards. So...
So whatever the odds of the first part were, you can probably add a few zeros to that, and we can keep adding zeros if you want.
I do. I mean, it's hard to believe that this is real, but it is real. What you're describing is real.
No, it's called Stockholm
Totally
Syndrome.
real, totally
Fucker.
verifiable. This is not stuff you're going to find on fringe websites. You can find it in any mainstream story about it, Wikipedia, even whatever.
That makes it a conspiracy.
So Bill Barr himself, he was an intelligence-connected guy very deeply. His first job out of college was as an intern for the CIA in the mid.
So we're talking about Bill Barr now, the son of the OSS super spy who wrote rape porn, and employed Jeffrey Epstein at 20. He was a college dropout. Now we're talking about the son.
Underage child rape porn, virgin rape porn, alien rape porn.
Now we're talking about a son who interned at the CIA, which I'm sure that just happens.
70s.
Super top.
And that doesn't sound like much until you learn that he was a legal intern with the CIA whose job was to be the liaison to Congress during the Church and Pike Committee hearings that were really like the first, and up to this point, probably only time
David,
that the CIA has faced a real.
For all those who play the long game on the program, I've come on here and referenced the Church Committee, and that's when they famously discovered the CIA has a heart attack gun that is nearly untraceable. So that was the 70s.
Definitely. You definitely couldn't heart attack somebody in a jail cell and then make it look like they hung themselves with a bedsheet.
Well, definitely, Davis. Especially if I have the technology for 50 years. I'm sure it's just that's the only variant of the technology. It never got any better. They just made the one thing. Just like how they only make one type of toilet paper. They only made one heart attack gun, David, and just put it up on the shelf.
And
the government is super socialist when it comes to inventions. They only make one of everything.
It probably only gives you like a really mild heart attack that you easily recover from, if I were to guess.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why they made Narcan, David, was to just bring people back to keep testing it.
Real threat of.
It's probably how they made Narcan, to be honest. It was like
clamping down.
Go ahead, dude. This is crazy.
His activities. And so this was a very, very critical time when a lot of the agency's secrets were coming out, and they were facing the possibility of, well, they didn't know. I mean, the agency might have gotten shut down, if this had gone badly for them. And so Bill Barr is the legal intern who is the liaison. And what that meant was, he was the guy that when Congress requested some documents, he's like, okay, goes back to the agency. Here's what they want. Okay, well, here's what we can give them. And he goes back and convinces them that this is all there is, or that they don't need the rest or anything like that. He was that guy, to smooth that over and make it work. And he apparently did a very good job because the boss of the CIA at the time was George H.W. Bush.
Yep.
It's a big game, folks, and you ain't it.
Holy fuck. I thought the pause was necessary there. Let's keep going.
When George H.W. Bush took over was elected president in 1988, took over in 89, he brought in Bill Barr to be his attorney general, who's really who spent most of his time, like at least the big story. I'm sure an attorney general does a lot of things and wears a lot of hats, but the major story that was going on at the time was cleaning up what was left of the Iran-Contra affair. And so you have the guy who was the legal intern for the CIA during the Church and Pike Committee hearings, brought in by the director of the CIA at the time to be the attorney general who is cleaning up the Iran-Contra affair that took place, obviously, while Bush was the vice president. He goes into the private sector for a while, reemerges when Donald Trump needs an attorney general of his own, not for any particular reason, I guess, except, then this happens. He just happens to arrest the guy that his father gave his first job that he was totally unqualified for, and a guy who had proclivities that most of us find very strange and unacceptable and are very, very rare, but coincidentally happened to be the very topic that Donald Barr, Bill Barr's father, liked to write books about.
I don't know if this clip gets into the next part or not, but he then goes in to talk about how Epstein. So we know how Epstein is now you can say loosely or whatever, but somehow loosely tied to our intelligence agencies, right? as loose as you want that tie to be, to then how he is tied with other intelligence agencies, notably the Mossad, and how I never know how to say it. Is it Ghislaine? Ghislaine?
Ghislaine, I don't know.
Ghislaine. How they're tied together because her father was in the Mossad, which I think we brought up on the show before. But yeah, it's just all these coincidental little ties is kind of hard to believe. With that said, because I don't know if this clip's getting into that, we can talk about him running away to Israel next.
I thought Israel had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, David.
No, well, yeah, no, that'd be a conspiracy theory. That would be
no, David. A conspiracy theory would be that a super spy hires a guy to oversee super elite mathematics quiz for rich people in New York City, and then 20 years later he gets self-harmed in a jail cell that's appointed by the guy's son, who was also working for super spies.
Yeah,
that's just a Tom Clancy novel. That's a literal Tom Clancy novel.
No, that's all coincidental, right?
Before Jeffrey Epstein was sentenced, for whatever reason, you have this billionaire who's just the definition of a flight risk. They don't take his passport away, and before he's sentenced, he flees the country, goes to Israel, and stays there for several months. Moved all his money offshore by this point, and while he's in Israel, he's telling people there that he's thinking about staying because you can actually do that. They don't extradite, Jewish criminals, at least, who flee to Israel. There's
he's Jewish on top of it.
An organization called Jewish Community Watch, which is a Jewish organization that tracks pedophiles who have fled the United States to go to Israel, where there's no extradition of Jewish criminals there. And between just the years, I think it was 2010 when they opened up, and 2016, 2017 when this story was written, so a period of 6 years, there were already 60 pedophiles from the United States that had fled to Israel and were living freely there. Some of them had reoffended there and got thrown in Israeli jails. But so this is a thing, and Jeffrey Epstein was over there. Why
doesn't the U.S. government demand the government of Israel send
strongest ally? Strongest ally.
Surely they would do it because we're super good allies. Like, hey, send us our leader of a pedophile ring. Send him back so we can sentence him.
It's weird because Trump is wanting these other countries to take their fucking pedophiles back, but we're not taking our pedophiles back.
Well, we just couldn't, Ryan. Israel wouldn't give them up.
What about with all their shitty intelligence? They couldn't figure out this guy's not good for society.
No way.
Yo, Tucker fucking destroyed Ted Cruz's career. That guy will never win again for re-election.
Yeah, that whole yeah, that was crazy. He'll do fine though. Honestly, he'll be fine in Texas. The Jews of Texas love him.
The Jews of Texas. Yeah, Ryan, they wouldn't believe that their government was going to take everything from them like they did in New York. He's like, I told them. I was like, oh, so they're just Jewish. He's like, basically. Joe Lester.
Yeah, that whole interview it's about 3 hours. It's completely worth the time.
There's some uppercuts in there, huh?
Oh, it's wild. It's wild. That first clip we played, it was only the beginning. It's fucking crazy.
Damn.
Ryan, from one conspiracy to the next, and of course, all these are just conspiracy theories, and there's no threat of evidence to any of them. U.S. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, releases, quote, overwhelming evidence of an Obama-led conspiracy to orchestrate a coup against President Trump. This is the world's smallest text. I will do my best, Ryan. New evidence of Obama administration conspiracy to subvert President Trump's 2016 victory and presidency. On Friday, the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, revealed overwhelming evidence that demonstrates how, after President Trump won the 2016 election against Hillary Clinton, President Obama and his national security, this is really small, cabinet members manufactured and publicized intelligence to lay the groundwork for what was essentially a year-long coup against Donald Trump. And this is
The Steele dossier.
yes, yeah, a lot of that, the Russia hoax was a big part of that. So now, where is he going? He's like drunk. This is the oldest old man dog of all time.
Why does he keep going to you?
I don't know. He's just like
Just
fucking
hold
hanging
on.
out. You just stay here.
Hold on.
I'm just doing the rest of the show with Ted in my hands because he's a fucking moron. Don't chew
He popped
or
his head up.
munch.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He's just a dude.
Do not
dude.
munch on the microphone, Ted. Just sit there and be old.
He is just a chill dude, though.
What are you staring at? He's
The
a
lights. He can't see.
he can't see anyway. He's blind. He's a fucking moron too. Yes, this was. I wish I could read this whole thing. I can't. It's very. Get down. Get down. Man. Get down. If you don't want to be up there, get down. Crazy dog. Yeah. This is. And if everyone remembers correctly, this was the thing that Tucker Carlson said very specifically is what woke him up to the idea that the mainstream news is not always the accurate news. When they tried to cover up for the fact that the Obama administration very clearly wiretapped President Trump's office, which, if I remember correctly, in the 60s was grounds for Nixon to literally just leave office. But when Obama does it, it's fine. It's just it's a conspiracy.
I got a pen and a phone, America.
Yeah. The I don't know. Is there anything that's unbelievable now?
No, the government fucks kids and covers it up, David. I'm pretty sure. The only one that you could add, David, would be adrenochrome. I mean, at this point, global government's open. There's a global government tax, so that's out of the bag. Everybody kind of understands that we're ran by banks and our money is just fake, so that's not a conspiracy anymore. Politicians being on the same team, everybody kind of understands it's all the big game, so that's not a conspiracy anymore. The Uni Party. I mean, yeah, the only other conspiracy would be that they turned you gay and transgender and gave you autism and poisoned your food and water supply on purpose. You know, I thought of that today, actually. You know how they said for years and years that they'd be like, well, you're just born gay. You're just born gay. You're just born gay. And then they injected us with chemicals that made women and men kind of the same thing. And then boys think they're gay and girls think they're guys. And so they did make our kids born gay.
Right,
They
you can't. It's not like you
turned
can scientifically prove that they annihilated the Y chromosome.
I'm gonna take him with me because he's being unruly over here.
Unruly, Ted.
Come on, you can go shower. You can come in the bathroom with me. Let's go.
This is speaking of poisoning your air, food, and water supply. This is a. We did the one with this Johnson & Johnson covering up for a very unsafe vaccine. This is baby powder, which everyone, when I say
the
everyone,
talc powder, the talc
people
in
like
there, right?
people like Ryan, for example, very clearly told everyone that they were poisoning you.
Yeah, I haven't worn deodorant in 10 years because there's silica in there.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Hmm.
There he is with his fucking. Just that sentence alone, is that accurate? They're that big? Hundreds of thousands of employees? That can't be right.
I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
No, I didn't know. I didn't even know you were playing a clip. Sorry. Didn't see it,
Really?
didn't hear it.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, sorry. I see the clip.
No shit. Sorry about that, everyone. This guy said that Johnson & Johnson has hundreds of thousands of employees. Is that true? That's fucking huge. $138,000 employees.
Holy fuck.
Fucking hell. Dude, what the fuck? 138,000 employees? That's like what? What? Holy fuck. How is that real? How do you manage 138,000 employees? That's fucking unreal. That's not even the point of the clip. That fucking blew my mind.
Things are going to happen, unfortunately.
Do they believe that talcum caused cancer?
They looked into it very closely, but they just couldn't. It wasn't, I guess, in their minds, statistically significant enough where they felt that it was some kind of like serious type of an issue. How do I know that didn't cause my sister? She had ovarian cancer.
Johnson & Johnson executive David Altman tells us on Hidden Camera that he suspects that his own family members have been affected by Johnson & Johnson's own baby powder.
The clip's 12 minutes long, so I'm not going to play the whole thing. But the point is, and I always urge people to go watch consume all this media. Go watch the 3-hour podcast of Daryl Cooper on Tucker Carlson. Watch the 12-minute clip from James O'Keefe, Keefe Media Group. Watch all this stuff because this is all the real information, the real journalism. Daryl Cooper, he literally says on the Tucker Carlson show at least a couple times, he's like, well, listen, I'm not a journalist, but the truth is these people are doing real actual journalism, and the people who are parading around as journalists are the ones who are just feeding narratives. The ones who are running around pretending to be journalists are the Chris Cuomos of the world who didn't know they were supposed to ask questions.
The Ministry of Truth, David.
On what basis? On what basis should I ask questions? Do you think Daryl Cooper ever wonders why I shouldn't? Oh, what? I don't think I should question global pedophile rings. James O'Keefe.
On what basis should I question?
Yeah.
On what basis should I question that? William Barr's father also knew Jeffrey Epstein 30 years before he was convicted of killing himself from his son. Why would I do any research into that?
Yeah, on what basis? On what basis would I ask that question?
I don't know. Maybe that they fucking knew each other, David. That's kind of like... There's two legal systems. That's all there is.
All I'm saying is just choose very carefully who you listen and watch, because
support your local content creators.
We've said this many times before. I've said this a lot usually about Ben Shapiro, but there's others who would fall into this category as well. I don't necessarily care how intelligent somebody is. I'm not saying like intelligence doesn't matter or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But if you give me two above average IQ individuals, and one of them has the balls to ask questions and get answers, that's the guy that you need to listen to. The guy that has the balls to put out a story knowing that he'll be in danger, his family will be in danger, best case scenario, just his career and lifestyle is in danger, and he puts it out anyway, that's the guy you listen to. The Ben Shapiros of the world, That dude has a. I'm not even kidding when I say this. That guy has at least a 145 IQ. Ben Shapiro is highly fucking intelligent. He's a bitch. What good is he? What good is Ben Shapiro? Take all the intelligence in the world. I don't care. You don't have the balls to tell the real stories.
It's crazy because it just really makes you wonder, like, the shit we don't hear about. You know, like if we're participating in active cover-ups like this, and like, because there's worse shit than global pedophile rings. Surely, David.
I fucking hope not. I know what point you're making though, for sure.
The devil's real, dude. I mean, when the devil runs the world, everything is upside down. That's like the imitation of the crucifix. Like, I don't know what else to say.
I just don't know how it gets worse than global pedophile rings covered up by multiple intelligence agencies. But I'm sure you're right. It probably does get worse.
It has to. Jordan Peterson said the first rule of hell is like even your dumb, silly ass could make hell even worse. You know, like all be Nazi camp guards. Well, maybe you're a Nazi camp guard to yourself.
Well, the thing
Maybe
about
that's
hell,
why
Ryan,
the Nazi camps would double down. Maybe that's why Nazi camp guards doubled down, is because they knew in themselves that if they didn't even enforce the psyche that they were being told to enforce, they would look at what they've done and know that they need to rebel against themselves, and they weren't ready to confront the horrendous acts that they did to fellow men. So how can they think that they're righteous enough to save themselves when they have destroyed their fellow man?
I had to update. I had to put the Nazi Daryl Cooper on the good list.
All right.
No, to your point, Ryan, even hell has layers, right?
Mm-hmm. Dante's Inferno, David.
Crazy.
Well, on the plus side, at least eggs are cheaper. You know,
That's true. Well, that's true.
football starting, David. August is coming. It's gonna be training camp.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, things are looking up. You know, we got. You know, I'm trying to think of other things that offset global pedophile rings. Yeah. Stranger Things is coming out towards the end of the year. You know, if you're into Netflix shows. No, that doesn't do it for you. There's got to be wins built in somewhere. I'm tired of all this winning, Ryan.
Yeah, where's the win, Dave?
The ultimate irony, Ryan,
You know what's fucked up, David, is we were going to get all this regardless. We just really thought we weren't gonna.
Well, yeah.
If Biden won, this would have happened regardless. You just wouldn't have heard about it. So, like, is it better that the vampires are out in the sunlight, David, or would you rather have them wait for night to suck your blood? Would you rather see the cretins that you're trying to smash under your feet? Or would you rather have them just, bite you in your sleep? Because that's what we're up against. We're basically watching the shadow, like not even shadow government, like the shadow of Carl Jung. We're watching all of our ugly political stuff be uncloaked, and we're not okay with it. Because maybe America hasn't done the psychology on itself. Which is why there's probably politics to begin with. I don't know, Dave. What else do you say about anything?
I got nothing.
Yeah. You should get a pair of cowboy boots when you go out there and tend the chickens.
I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna do my thing, you know?
You're gonna fucking dress like Bob's Burger?
That's pretty sick. There's big old muck boots in the garage, I guess.
You got a pair of shit kickers, dude? You need a pair of shit kickers.
Yeah, there's a pair in there.
Yeah, if you're not kicking shit, what are you actually doing? I mean, we could just stand here all night and listen to Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Catch us on Rumble. for the greatest podcast in human history. As always, David, I appreciate you most for your time, and I will see everybody on Monday. But have a good weekend. Stay safe, and don't forget to support your local content creator. I'm gone.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.